Spark FM Online, number one for urban and Caribbean music. Check, check, check. We are here. Spark FM Online, Saucy and Friends in the morning. And Boston, we got a lot to talk about. Oh, Boston. We have quite a few things to talk about today. So before we get into the weekend, I know how everybody's weekend went, so we won't get into that. But just overall, how was your weekend? And then we'll get into details when the show starts.
Overall, I had a good weekend. I was out Wednesday night, Thursday night, Friday night, Saturday night, Sunday night. I've been out. I was outside this weekend, and overall it felt good, and then it felt really bad at times too. But aside from that, I was able to catch vibes in different places. I had a nice time. I limed.
What was your lineup? What did you do?
Wednesday night, Pan on the Plaza. Thursday night, Slades. Friday night, Glow. Saturday night.
Glow? What Glow?
Saturday night went sleep. I didn't do that on Saturday night.
Saturday night, yeah, we went to sleep.
We went to sleep.
No, we were sleeping.
What Glow you went to?
Carnival Glow at
Yaz's place.
And then we did Worcester, and then we limed outside of the Cooler Fret the Scoops party,
which is my favorite time.
Yes, it was a lovely time.
It was a very lovely time.
It was a very, very good weekend for me personally, but emotionally, I was all over the place. But it was I had a good time.
Had a good time. Stone Triz, what was your lineup? What did you do? Where did you go?
Like
Pan on the Plaza Wednesday.
Yes, we did Pan on the Plaza Wednesday.
Thursday.
I don't know.
You didn't go to Slades or nobody?
He doesn't go to Slades.
Yeah.
Oh.
No, I didn't do anywhere on Thursday night. Friday went to Strike.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, we went to Strike.
Strike was dope.
Yeah, it was.
Strike was dope. It was packed. But it was a nice venue. Hugh was really nice. It's good to finally be down
Good
there.
vibe.
Good vibe. It feels like a speakeasy place.
It is. The part that we was in is called the Speakeasy.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, I like that.
I like that. That's like a nice place you can go down to, low key. You know what I mean?
Very glam up.
Yeah. Shout out to the people down there.
I like the sign that says "You know the vibes."
You know the vibes. I like that.
Hugh.
But then on Friday evening, we ended up. I think I was here. I don't know. Friday, this whole weekend's kind of a blur to me. But I ended up in Unity. I ended up in Unity Friday night.
For Island Effery?
It was good. Trinidad Killer.
Yeah.
Trinidad Killer was here.
Is that who I met on the road?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. She met Trinidad. That's Gunman and She-Hole.
Gunman and She-Hole. She liked that.
Yes,
it was him.
Yes.
Oh,
and then on Friday, we also had Quan, the artist, in here. He's 2023 Barbados Road March winner. So
yes, Quan.
He's an artist that sings waistline. Waistline. You know, so shout outs to Quan. Saturday we were on the road. It was Juve. Well, I wasn't on the road, but I was with my boys and them on the road. And I was on the road at Juve for a little bit. Our music truck shut down, and then we heard,
not details.
That was my Juve.
Yes.
Carnival was nice. I was on the road with Suave / Camo.
That was a nice vibe though.
And it was a great vibe.
That was a sweet little road.
It was a great vibe.
A good little vibe. I'm not mad at it at all.
And yesterday we ended at Worcester. It was dope.
Yeah.
Worcester was dope. I was drunk, threw up like 3 times in my boy's car. Not in the car, but I had a nice little cup.
That's terrible.
What is up with you throwing up ass people?
Is you pregnant?
Who else didn't throw up this weekend?
Me.
What is you talking about?
She didn't. I, however, did.
There you go.
After friggin' strike.
There you go.
I don't know what happened after strike.
If you don't throw up Carnival weekend,
Did you really carnival?
Right.
I carnivals.
I carnival.
Carnivaling. I carnivaled.
I carnivaled.
Yeah, it was dope.
But yes, it was Carnival weekend. It's what it is. There was most likely many other things going on.
Yeah.
Not sure what it was, but it was Carnival weekend here, and that's what we recognize. A lot of Bostonians recognize that as Boston Carnival weekend. I had a great weekend too. I did the same thing that they did. But let's get into the show so we can get into our first story, and then we will start the movement.
I did.
Oh, okay.
Yes. So Spark FM Online, Saucy and Friends in the Morning starts right now. It's the weekend recap.
The only thing that does matter is great music, and you will find it here.
The all-new Spark FM. Call Spark FM at 617-272-3387. The all-new Spark FM. Spark FM. Log on to sparkfmonline.com.
All right, let's address the elephant in the room.
Yeah.
Let's just go right at it with rip the Band-Aid off. I mean, we can't rip Band-Aids off because there was a lot going on. So, like we said, this weekend was Boston Carnival weekend.
Yeah.
It's a beloved weekend for a lot of us. This is what we do here. This is a lot of us wait for this moment and this time to really kind of free up and celebrate the culture. And in our first Around the Way news story, for those of you guys that did not hear about it, let's get into it this way in how we do. Boston Caribbean Carnival marches on after 8 shot during a Juve parade. So Caribbean Carnival celebrations in the city of Boston were dampened by a shooting that injured 8 people in the city's Dorchester neighborhood, according to police. Boston police said officers who were near the intersection of Talbot and Blue Hill Avenue for the annual Juve parade, which is part of Boston's Caribbean Carnival Festival, heard multiple gunshots shortly before 7:45 a.m. According to police, 6 men and 2 women were shot. 5 of the men, 1 of the women, were transported to area hospitals to be treated for non-life-threatening injuries. The 2 other shooting victims suffered graze wounds and declined to be treated for their injuries. Boston Police Commissioner Michael Cox said the gunfire erupted while the Caribbean American Carnival Association of Boston's Juve parade was happening. But he noted that the shooting was not related to the parade since it happened on the outskirts of the parade route. It seems to potentially be maybe 2 groups having some sort of altercation. Unfortunately, as results, as it being a large crime scene, we did need to stop the parade on Talbot Ave. So basically, Juve was cut short after, I think, the first 3 trucks rolled by. Do you want to roll the clip? You can go right for it.
Sad to see a few people spoil the whole
the Cavs'
celebration
main
for a
Caribbean
whole crowd.
A day meant for family and fun, interrupted by an act of violence.
One arm, one leg, one graze. I have.
Boston police say 8 people were shot on Talbot Avenue, right on the parade route for the annual Caribbean Carnival Festival.
This morning's shooting is not related to the parade that occurred. This incident happened on the outskirts of it.
Witnesses say 2 groups started shooting at each other between floats, some bullets blowing out the windows of a Boys and Girls Club van nearby.
It's always just heart-wrenching to hear that a treasured community event has been disrupted by acts of violence.
We work so hard, so incredibly hard to put on something that is more a family-oriented event and peaceful.
Despite the troublesome start, hundreds of attendees still showed up to celebrate.
This is a celebration of the abolition of slavery that started way back 200 years ago, and we keep it going like in all the countries all over the world.
Floats and people in costume marched down Blue Hill Avenue, and booths featuring different Caribbean foods, drinks, and merchandise were set up in Franklin Park. Attendees hope the shooting doesn't overshadow the celebration.
You can see so much representation from all different cultures. People have come from all over the state just to be here for today.
And police were on scene of that shooting very quickly yesterday, so they were able to help the victims and arrest 4 people who are scheduled to appear in court tomorrow. Police also recovered several weapons from the scene, and they're asking anyone with information to give them a call. We're live outside Boston Police Headquarters. Brianna Borghi.
The story that I have says that 2 people were arrested and they're facing charges. Dorchester residents Gerald Vick and Dwayne Francis, both 30 years old, were arrested at the scene.
30 American years old?
Yep, were arrested at the scene shortly after the shootings and are scheduled to appear in Dorchester District Court.
So this was big people.
Big, grown, hard
This
black
is
men.
big people.
Yep.
So yesterday, Saturday morning, I had, my sister lives on Blue Hill out. So I went there to meet her, and she was taking a long time to come outside. So I walked, I said, I'll meet you there, girl. And I started walking down the street. And when I started walking down the street, All I heard was pat, 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 brrr, bang. And then I was like, wait, is that a firecracker or is that a gunshot? Because I was like, no, it's 7:30 in the damn morning. That can't be it. Next thing I knew, I saw the crowd disperse, scattered. Tony started screaming out the window for me. Deidre started screaming out the window for me. Everybody was there. There was people on the phone. Everybody was on the phone. There was people just running and scattering. Something very unfortunate, and we have to dispel that right now, is that this is not the Caribbean people's doing. Let's put that out there right now. The people that go there to celebrate this culture know what it's about and know how it is. Without having to go into detail, but this is the reason why Save Boston Carnival hangs up here loud and proud for the last year, because of the fact that without organization and without proper management, and this is no blight for any other organization, but without proper organization and management, this shit is gonna keep on happening. And I gotta cuss a little bit about it, because we have been talking about this for a long, long time. People have been talking about the senseless violence, the disorganization. When you go out there, it has become no more than a street parade of a street block party with big trucks and sound. Carnival Juve is rhythm, calypso, beats, jab. Like, it's a soulful thing. Like, I don't even know how to describe it. It's something that should just take you. We were reminiscing the other day about how you used to, like, Juve used to be something that you really had to want to go to, because it wasn't for everybody. It wasn't for everybody. If you went down there, you knew what you was gonna get into. You was gonna find the bands with their drums and their iron and their ting-ting-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling, and you would see, the pans and everything like that. If you go out there in this day and age, you don't barely see that. Shout out to Temple. Temple's the only one that be out there, so we can't even keep on. We can't keep throwing Temple in the mix.
No, I can't forget about the Haitians.
The Haitians.
Yep,
and the Dominicans have a rhythm section.
And if you think about the three people that you just called, their crowds are very small compared to everybody else.
You go to New York now, it's a different story. The biggest bands right there.
The problem is that we have gotten so far away from what these celebrations actually mean, and there's no programming and there's no strategy around making sure that the community understands the culture.
I mean, this is what you're saying goes down to the culture being watered down. Things are literally being watered down to, the children aren't understanding what the culture is. The children are thinking literally that Juve is now the trucks and the big sound and all that. And that's cool. That's cool in other states or whatever, but right here is taken away from what Boston culture was, what Boston Juve culture was, and then now it's just promoting a lot of senseless, a lot of wildness. It's a lot of the kids are coming out literally just to wild out,
because they know that they can be up from the night before all the way till now. And nothing is going to happen.
Well, that's what we were watching a video this morning with the girl who was talking. She said she blames the culture because we don't gatekeep anymore, and it's not for everybody. It shouldn't be for everybody. It should be for us.
She said Caribbean people are too nice, and we are too nice. We let a lot of things rock. Hold on. Caller, you're live. Hold on. Everybody, if you do want to call in, this is an interactive show today. 617-272-3387. Caller, you're live.
Yes, so good morning.
Good morning.
I understand what you're saying about the trucks being on the road for Juve and whatever. However, you got to understand, every culture, every island is different. All right? Not every band that comes will have a steel band, a steel drum, a rhythm section, and what have you. I, for one, was in Juve. My truck was in for Juve. The problem is, when we come out there, now you got to cater to the community, so your volume has to be at a certain level. That's why when I came out, my truck was not that low, because that early in the morning, you don't want to be disturbing these neighbors with all that noise. You have to know how the route is and keep your truck at a certain level for Juve. The music is one thing also, because, like I said, these rough music out there, which I have no problem with, it gets to a point where as soon as that beat hits, like everybody goes into a trance and they think it's a free for all to just wild out and start doing this crazy stuff. You know, I'm from a small island. I do not play drums. I do not play rhythm. The reason I came up with Juve is I do not have a truck or a band that caters to where I come from. That's why I brought my truck out, to cater my people, the smaller island people, who my flag, everybody flies under, right? So to that point, I get what you're saying with the trucks being out there for Juve, but not everybody coming out there with a rhythm section.
I'm going to counter. I'm going to counter your argument.
Yeah,
what you just
why
said.
I switched place. That's why I switched place with one band, so that way I know I'm behind that band, so I don't cause no more of a nuisance to the band that I was supposed to be in front of. So I reached out and changed my position.
Okay.
You have the floor.
So my only counter to that is we're comparing the islands in which this culture is a part of you and you grew up knowing it versus Boston, who has one of the largest Caribbean communities here that is not catered to learning and the knowledge of what Juve and Carnival is. Absolutely. So although you're right, maybe a lot of small islands, we just came from Antigua last year, we saw that they had big trucks on the road, but their mentality and their cultural upbringings are different than what it is here. Absolutely. So here we are also one of the only parades left in America that has an actual street route. So when you think about that, and our route is in the middle of the American urban community. So we don't have the same privileges that the smaller islands have, which sounds funny, to be able to bring big trucks to Boston and have it make sense. This is why gatekeeping is so important. Because this is modeled after, and we know we hear a lot of the older folks talking about this a lot. This is modeled after the Trinidad style, whatever. Not saying that that's right. Not saying that's right. But in that respect, with the drums and with the beats and with the rhythm and with the steel and stuff like that, it works for here because we get to keep gatekeeping that way. Not everybody's coming out to hear pan. Right. Not everybody's coming out to hear people beating an iron in a bottle and stuff like that. Right. We've got to stick to that structure because the people here cannot handle a big truck in the middle of the morning at 6 a.m. going through the urban uptown community. They can't handle it. So although I hear what you're saying, it doesn't work here. Right. It cannot work here. That's my only counter.
And I mean, also to that point too, like you said to the music, Franklin, that bro, the music that we're playing, a lot of the music is getting really raunchy now. It is.
These people are really they're arguing the point that we should be able to play trap and Afro beats and stuff during Juve. So when you have these trucks and you have these youth that are not growing up in the culture and they start doing this kind of stuff, how are you supposed to pull them back off of the speakers?
Right. I have more details about the arrest that were made.
It goes back to what I said too earlier. We as DJs, we have a lot of power in our hands, right? We are also entertainers.
You own the power.
I'm glad you said that.
We gotta respect ourselves, number one, respect our community, number two, and respect the pageantry that we try to perform and bring out. If we can't do that, then of course these younger ones, they don't think it's a free for all.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
So more details.
Franklin, with the phone lines will call.
I'll let go the line.
Yes, thank you. Thank you for calling.
So Boston police said they arrested 4 people and recovered multiple firearms in connection with the shooting. Officers said they recovered a 9mm pistol with a large capacity magazine from Vic's person. That was one of the people arrested. The pistol was also equipped with a Glock switch that enabled the gun to fire continuously.
Oh,
so
that's what I heard.
Like that. Yep.
Okay.
Police said Francis was found to be in possession of a loaded 9mm Smith & Wesson pistol. Boston police detectives later obtained video that showed 2 men who were involved in the initial gunfire, 21-year-old Sebastian Fernandez and a 17-year-old Dorchester boy, who must be the little boy that we saw. Police said Fernandez was shot in the leg during the incident and limped into a nearby tow lot after that shooting. So he was shot. He was shooting and was shot. Officers applied a tourniquet to his leg and he was transported to a local hospital for treatment. Fernandez was later arrested for his role in the shooting and is being guarded at the hospital. According to police, video showed the 17-year-old fleeing on foot into the back of the Berkshire Partners Blue Hill Boys and Girls Club towards Franklin Field at about 1:50 p.m. Officers saw a male matching the teen's description on Westview Street. Those officers stopped the 17-year-old and found that he was in possession of a polymer 80 pistol equipped with a Glock switch to make it fire off. The team was arrested for firearm possession, and his involvement in the shooting is under investigation.
Well, I mean, again, these are the people that are not there for juvie or juve and are not there for carnival. They know that, again, everybody's going to be out.
Yep.
Peer pressure is real.
Yep.
Come on, let's go to Juve. Juve's about to be lit.
Yep.
Is there gonna be a Juve, or is there gonna be not a Juve? Oh, I want to hear Trippy. I saw somebody write, oh, I want to hear Trippy. Sexy Red. You know, again, I gotta calm down because I've been asked to calm down today because people knew that I was gonna be amped. I feel really badly because as I'm getting older, and I remember back in the day, you know, like it wasn't really a thing for me about organization. It wasn't a thing for me about management. It wasn't a thing for me. I know that my family was going out to Juve. We would meet up at 6 o'clock in the morning and we would go. Yeah. Now, as I get older and I'm able to do these things and I have a little one, my child ain't going out there. No. My child is not going out there. No. Because people don't know how to act. There is a lack of gatekeeping of this community, and culture. the way that people look at us. Them white people was out here having a field day with us. Do you know that? We was called everything from monkeys to coloreds to coconuts to everything.
Also, I want to remind people that same day somebody was stabbed in a liquor store, and that same night there was another person that was shot on Erie Street.
So again, they'll put everything that happened on this day on the Caribbean folks, and y'all still think it's cute to be out here talking about I don't even know.
What I do like though is that in Commissioner Cox's statement, he did say that this had nothing to do with the carnival, and I appreciate that because too often that's just the narrative that's being told.
I'm gonna counter that too. I'm not gonna counter what he said because I'm glad that he said that. But when we ask every single one of these politicians, from the commissioner to public safety and to whatever, there was just a very few, maybe 3 or 4, that took time out of their day to talk to us about what could happen. Mm-hmm. These politics that are sat here and wrote all these statements, and I see the president of CACAB talking about all the hard work that they did. Nobody is doing any work but using this parade as a photo op for them to gain votes. And it's disgusting because none of them wanted to come sit at the table and figure out what we can actually do to change this parade. Safety has been an issue for a very, very, very long time. Mm-hmm. The fact that we've gotten to this point where 8 people were shot at Juve is disgusting.
A mass shooting.
A mass shooting. We made it to CNN for a mass shooting.
Before 9 o'clock in the morning, it was national news, and that thing happened at what, 7:45? They said
before 7:45.
Before 7:45. What can be done? What can be done?
There's many things that can be done. Mm-hmm. We either got to move it. We either got to secure it like they do the Boston Marathon, where there's checkpoints and different things like that. We did propose that already, and they told us no. There are little things that we got to really pay attention to. Like, we really got to pay attention to. And you guys think it's a joke and nobody wants to get involved with the politics because they don't want to be involved in the politics. And I keep telling y'all, that's why we have Super Tuesdays here, to teach you guys about your rights as citizens. You guys have the right as citizens to stop this and come to the table. We had a lot of meetings this past year since last July to address some of these issues. The first memo that we wrote to the city and to the community, one of the line items in that was a secure and updated safety plan for the people of this community and of this culture. Because it's not fair. There's a lot of people that invest tons of dollars in this, from truck building to masquerade to mask making to events to all kinds of things. Nobody wants this to happen to their event.
I want to give a shout out to BSOCA, who had nothing to do with the organization of the events that happened on Saturday at all, but were able to make a statement addressing the victims of the shooting and giving their support to those people. Thank you to BSOCA for that. The statement that came out from the organization that did organize the events on Saturday, CACAB, had said nothing to acknowledge the people that were injured in this thing.
Nothing.
It just said, this carnival is going to keep going.
We're going to mash up the place. The place is mashed up.
It's mashed.
It's mashed up.
Yeah. So,
there was something else that you just pointed out too. We do have real representations of what our culture looks like. And we were able to show that to the community and to Boston last week with Pan on the Plaza and Kitty's Carnival. Yeah. Those were two cultural events that went off without the hitch, were safe, and everybody left smiling and happy. Yeah. They were on very prominent grounds, both in Playstead and City Hall Plaza. Yeah. So we can't say that there's nothing that we can do about it. Again, we've got to start paying attention to the people who are actually working to help this continue on for the next 50th years. And we got to stop giving a blight to those who are absolutely doing nothing but sitting around connecting a check and votes. Yeah. And I blame the organization and I blame the city for not paying attention quicker. And I don't care. We can sit at the table and talk about it because we've been trying to do that. And y'all don't want to do it. And now everybody got all these ideas. Bring them all to the table and let's figure it out. Yeah. Enough is enough.
Enough is enough.
If this, I'll be very, very surprised if we get a Juve next year. I'll be very, very surprised if they give us a carnival. This also affects the carnivals that follow. Yeah. And we saw that it happened in Worcester. Yeah. Let's address the other elephant in the room. For 2 days in a row, our culture has literally been stigmatized and negatively impacted by people that do not belong there, that continue to cause destruction, misery, and strife. Yeah. And that is what frustrates me the most, because everything needs to be shut down. Yeah. I don't even know what to say. Yeah. It's crazy. It's absolutely nuts at this point. And it's not just the Caribbean culture. It's not. The very next story in here is about the lack of parenting, which can also be tied into this as well. Yeah. Where are your children? Yep. Let's just put it right there. Where are your kids at any part of the day? Tristan's going to pull up the story about what happened yesterday at South Bay, because, again, we're seeing there's an influx of badly behaving teenagers and no parents to be accountable for their children's behavior. Yeah. Why y'all dropping them off and leaving them? They all got cell phones.
But, like back in the day, parents were able to do that. We used to get dropped off at the movies all the time.
It's South Bay for reports of large crowds fighting. This is a live look right there.
Here's the clip.
At District Avenue right now, we know of at least one arrest, but not many details are available right now at this moment. So stick with NBC 10 Boston as we learn more about this situation.
It doesn't have the full.
There's another video. The videos of there was about
authorities say 20-year-old Kaylin
70
Schuylerville.
There was about 70 children outside of South Bay. Mm-hmm. Between the Nike and Target and that area over there in the corner where the movie theater is.
Target's not Target, but they did go over to Target.
They did go over to Target. Yeah. Target had to shut their doors early and block all their windows with carts.
That's down there by Chipotle and stuff, right?
Yeah, yes. And by the movie theater.
Yeah.
Yep. So here's the other clip. If you guys are not watching on online, you can listen to the audio commentary of yesterday at South Bay Shopping Center, where the children are loose.
Among a swarm of young people drew Boston police to the South Bay Shopping Center late this afternoon. Good evening, everyone. Ken McLeod with you on this Sunday night. Police tell us they made multiple arrests, even though their officers were vastly outnumbered by an unruly crowd. Here's WBZ's Laura Hafley.
A quiet evening for moviegoers was cut short at South Bay Plaza after police say a large group fight broke out.
So we didn't even get to see the movie.
Brittany was hoping to see Barbie in Boston, but was turned away by AMC employees as crowds of young people grew too big for workers to handle.
When we went to the movie theater, AMC, they were kind of guarding the door. They had shut down everything. So in that we would get an automatic refund for our tickets.
Some stores in South Bay Plaza even closing their doors because of that chaos.
Look at that.
You can see Target is actually stacking carts up behind these glass doors to make sure nobody can get in.
Maybe they were expecting people to start
looting
or something.
Always craziness. I'm not even surprised it happened.
Maya and Isabel and her family were on a late night Target run for necessities only to be turned away.
I was trying to get the baby some diapers and Pampers for the night, and I can't even go do that right here, so I have to go somewhere else now.
The chaos garnering a major police response from the Boston Police Department. Dozens of officers can be seen on cell phone video working to calm crowds.
The police presence were pretty strong out here.
This isn't the first incident of its kind for South Bay Plaza. According to the Boston Police Department, less than 2 weeks ago, 3 13-year-olds were arrested for attacking a person at the mall. And a fourth 13-year-old was arrested after interfering with a police officer and resisting arrest. The Boston Police Department is still working to figure out what started the fight. Police say multiple arrests have been made. At South Bay Plaza, Laura Hafley, WBZ News.
I told my friends yesterday, I said, I'm about to go into the voluntary lockdown. Because
Shut us down, Joe.
What's going on here? What is this? This fight continued on throughout the night in several different places. They moved downtown. The next story talks about how they moved downtown. They were down there fighting in the Boston Commons. And then they moved somewhere else and were all night. These gangs, these groups of teenagers were heading around the city.
This is one of the, I was telling Saucy this morning. This is exactly what I was talking about when we were talking about the impact of social media. When the young youth brought the PlayStations out there in Brooklyn or wherever in the Bronx, wherever it was. Kai, and these children being able to form these big kind of groups of on
Snapchat,
media,
meet us over here,
whatever. And then by the time the police come, they can't secure it. They can't do anything about it.
They had to evacuate the AMC movie theater in downtown and South. Well, the ones downtown. The one earlier in the day, AMC theater in South Bay was evacuated, and the one downtown they had advised them to leave. Because
what movie are they going to go see?
They're not going to the movie.
They just meeting up.
They're just meeting up to wreak havoc.
But let me ask you, we talk about this all the time, kids, right?
Yeah.
So maybe if it was 2 or 3, I'd be like, maybe they're in a foster home and stuff like that. No. You can't sit here and tell me these kids are all clean. They have on all of the most expensive sneakers, all of the backpacks, all the Nike tracksuits, all the things.
Oh, the movies were $4 yesterday.
Yes, they were $4 yesterday. It was a AMC movie there.
What y'all fighting for? The movie's cheap.
Go inside, sit your ass down, and watch the goddamn movie, and then your parents should be outside to pick you up.
Exactly.
Where are your parents?
No, but seriously, if you are a parent, right, and you are hearing about all of this stuff that's happening around here, do you say, yes, it's okay, you can go? Still, when you're hearing about all this stuff that's happening around here, I don't know. Maybe I'm a different kind of parent, or maybe I was raised differently. But somebody said the parents are out here with us. Be outside with your children.
Yeah.
I don't understand. I don't know.
This new generation of kids, if you can even call them that, are far beyond out of control. You can't talk to them because they think they're grown and are ready to fight or even shoot you. I mean, take what happened at the party a few weeks ago. They have zero talk for anyone other than them. Because when I was coming up, I couldn't even think to disrespect someone older than me because the fear of someone knowing anyone in my family and it getting back to them was enough for me. We was talking, thank you, Abby. We was talking about this yesterday. Back in the day, before social media, you were shook that your parents would find something out about you and you didn't even know how the hell the telecommunications work between their brains. Now we on social media and these kids feel like they could record everything they do send it to their mamas and their daddies, and nobody's gonna do nothing
and
about
hope it goes viral.
Yes.
And hope it goes viral. I always tell the story. I used to take the 15 to get home, And if I missed the 15, I would get on the 45 and just walk through, you know?
Yep.
And by the time I got home, my mother was like, why'd you get on the 45? The way the news, the people used to be watching us.
Telephone.
You know, like it was literally like Tony was on the 45. I saw Tony by the 45, da-da-da-da. It was crazy.
Yep.
These days, nobody can say anything to these kids. 14-year-old arrested with a firearm in Hyde Park. Do you see?
Excuse me.
Do you see?
No, do you see?
Do you see this?
Put it up against the camera.
This rifle.
I need to understand. I want to understand. You're 14. Where the hell did you put that?
Where did you put it? Where did you get it? Why?
Who
Why?
gave it to you and how much did you pay for it?
What is this?
And why did you purchase that particular one?
It's on 6 Alwyn Street to learn that the person had an outstanding arrest warrant, and this 14-year-old was found. What is this even called? A Caltech Sub 2000 rifle with 15 rounds in the magazine. What you was gonna do?
He was maybe he had just enlisted in the services and was going to fight Iraq.
Fight for the Ukraine.
Fight for the Ukraine.
14 years old. You live with your parents, right?
You definitely live with your parents.
Your parents don't know?
They didn't see it.
No. You want to see it?
They didn't. That's what I'm saying. Your parents. I don't know what to say. All of it is crazy. Like I'm at a loss for words. Carnival was, get into some positivity. Carnival was nice despite the incident that happened at Juve, again with 8 people shot. And definitely listen, not condolences, but prayers and comfort to the people in that, because I understand the trauma and the PTSD that comes with that after. There's been a lot of people that have suffered something in Carnival's past that still have not gone to Carnival, refused to go to Carnival, or just, I heard a mother on the phone. She was like, I don't want you there. I want you to come out right now. Come out. I want you home. I don't want you there. And I said, tell them.
Yeah.
Take them home.
Yeah.
Bring them home.
I got calls from my mother. I got calls. Everybody was getting calls from their mother Carnival morning. Trying to find a way.
Listen.
Who you with? What you doing?
Where are you? Are you okay? Where? Good. Is Tony safe? All the text messages, everything.
Even yesterday, my niece was at Worcester, and as soon as that happened, I'm calling her like,
Yep.
where you at? Where you know, stay right there. Like, yo, like this is crazy.
Yeah, I mean, and this is, again, we here are very proud, and this is outside of the kids and outside of these little badass kids. We as a culture are very, very proud, and we want to do things that make us happy, and we like to fet. We fet for everything. We fet for death. We fet for birthdays, baby christenings.
Yeah.
We fet for if somebody get a new job. We fet for everything. And there's a lot of people that put a lot of effort into these things. Some of those trucks couldn't even get up past the road.
Yep. And they've been preparing.
They've been preparing for a long time. And there are other things that need to be done. If we're going to keep it on the road, you cannot be in a band, or you cannot jump up with a band if you do not have on a t-shirt, if you do not have on a outfit or a uniform that everybody else is wearing. The band leaders got to get really serious about their security and what they're doing. To hell with the big crowd. Get away from the big crowd. Nobody wants that. Move it. At 6 o'clock in the morning, we should not be gathering in a big crowd to do anything. If you are not in a band, you cannot be there. Back in the day, I remember we used to get kicked out. If I think about the Mud Band used to have their little orange gate things, orange mesh, and if you did not have a wristband on your wrist, you would get kicked out, and it didn't matter who saw you, they would kick you out.
And them securities knew to look for that wristband.
Exactly.
They were serious about it.
And if band leaders want to do their, if we even get a carnival, and if band leaders want to do their most, and this goes for our band as well, Sauce, when we do get it back on the road, after Cab has been out, it has to be a safety. You've got to hire the proper safety for your people, and you got to lock them in. And if they're not a part of your band, they cannot be there. You got to make sure that people know, first of all, band leaders, this is good for you too. You don't want nobody reaping the benefits of all of your hard work. Get your money. Get your registrations. Get your money. Y'all should have, with all the people out there, y'all should be banking. With all the people that want to jam behind your people that paid all their money, they can't even find their band. They can't find their truck.
I didn't really see too much of security.
Yeah, there's absolutely no security.
And you gotta have a better vetting process of who you let into your bands too. Remember Trinidad Style Carnival? You have to know a committee member who will give you a recommendation for you to get into the biggest bands, the best bands. So something like that. I'm not saying you have to go that far, but things gotta change.
I agree. I like that.
Yeah, things
like
gotta
that.
change. It's
It.
gotta be different. And to speak about Boston Carnival, there were a lot of people on the road. There really, really was.
There was a lot.
There was a lot of people on the road. Quantity is not the same as quality.
Say that,
it's
sis.
It's not the same as quality at all.
Nope.
How many masqueraders in mass
there was
were
maybe
on the road?
20 per band. 20 per the 3 bands that were there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that is not
that's
Carnival.
One thing that is very sad to see
Yeah.
is the decline in masqueraders. It was,
Right.
I didn't see any.
Both the decline in masqueraders
I saw
and
a big mass. I didn't see any and I saw kitties. I didn't see any girls.
They was all in the front. They went real. D Horizon, Misfits, and EP Customs. Okay. They all had bands, but they were very. There weren't
a lot of masqueraders.
Slim. It was very slim in numbers.
Yeah.
What also was sad is the amount of spectators that are no longer out there. The streets are bare right after the bands leave.
Yeah.
Right after the band that they are in or that they know they want to jump in, those streets are bare. There's barely anybody out there spectating at all. And that sucks as well.
Yeah.
That really, really sucks. We've got to do better. Boston, we can be in a position to really set the tone and set some structure for other carnivals.
Yeah.
Coming from where we used to be number 3 in the country when it comes to carnivals. Right now, we are not a number. No. We have fallen off the list. And I am positive that we can get back there if we're willing to be just a little bit uncomfortable as we tighten the ship. Yeah. We have to tighten it up. We got to gatekeep a little bit more. We've got to be very, very, very vigilant and intentional about what we want to display as our culture. If it looks like it has to go down for a while so that we can build it back up. But nobody should have to deal with this. Not the band leaders, not the bands, not the drivers, not even the damn police should have to deal with this.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everybody should be able to go out there and do what they need to do for their band and have a good time and be very proud. Yeah. Is there even a competition anymore? You can't have a competition. You can't even see the damn band within all of the mob.
What did they know who won yet? And I was like, people win? Like, what are you talking about? Nobody wins here.
Everybody did all of this. Everybody did all of this for nothing.
We're not.
You spent a lot of money. Like, to be honest with you, each of these bands probably spend at the very least $20K.
And we know that they don't get any help from the Carnival Committee.
Unless they were paid by the Carnival Committee to get on the road because there was nobody on the road. But all of the other bands that carry the mass, y'all don't think there's a reason that they opt out of doing this again?
Seriously.
Soulcaholics is the biggest band on the road. Soulcaholics switched over to the kids, and their kids was a bigger band than any of the 3 masquerade bands on the road. Soulcaholics Kids was bigger than the 3 mass bands on the Carnival Road. Y'all don't think it don't make sense?
Yep, that is absolutely true.
Think about it. I'm not telling y'all nothing that I don't want you to do the research for yourself. And I know the research part and I know the politics part is boring and nobody cares. But if you don't care, then you actually don't care about how this ends up. Because after this weekend, you guys better be lucky if they let us have anything at all.
Yeah.
Even with all it wasn't the carnival, they didn't do it, it wasn't. It still is a reflection on us when there are groups of other community organizations that are not rooting in this culture that are calling for this to end.
Look at this one. You're going to like this one, Sauce.
They DJ, most of our elected officials are of Caribbean descent. Which one? How are they not on the front lines against this behavior plaguing our culture? Weak leadership, parenting, pussyfooting around, and the real issue. Because they too busy on the top of a damn truck making a speech in the middle of Carnival talking about, I just want you to know I'm happy for you guys to be in our district. While they sitting there in the cool effect right after instead of writing a friggin' memo of how we can do better for this Carnival.
Liz Miranda was outside last night fighting for the cool effect to be extended a little bit or to give this cool effect more time. And these two bim and bam shucking and jiving inside.
And the rest of them, everybody want to make a statement. Everybody want to have a float. Everybody want to be out there with their signs and taking pictures about how good the parade is. And even Mayor Wu, and y'all know I love Wu, but I call bullshit too, because at the same time when we called all of these people to the table, nobody wanted to come to the table, especially our Caribbean representatives and our counselor. Let's keep it a buck. Caller, you're live. How can I help you?
Hey, so she's telling speaking nothing but facts. But it's just not during Carnival. It's during these community events as well that they just come out, take pictures, stay 5 minutes, show their face, and then they're gone and not supporting.
Talk about it, Chris.
Not sitting here saying, "Oh, the community's active. They're doing something. They're doing something positive, structured." They don't support it. They just take their pictures, get their votes, and expect us to vote for them. Absolutely, the F not.
Thank you very much, Chris, because it's true. Y'all keep on letting these people. Thank you. Y'all keep letting these people come in here shucking and jiving in front of your organizations and your events, giving them mic times. Are they investing money in it? Are they holding actual hearings and or town hall meetings for everything? Our Caribbean representatives literally held a panel discussion to praise the efforts of the 50th anniversary at the Historic Society of Boston down on Boylston Street. With a whole bunch of leaders that don't have a goddamn thing to do with Caribbean culture. And instead of bringing it in the hood so that we can talk as a community, they want to run down there and have all kind of posters and shuck and jive and say, ooh, look at me. I'm here. I'm at the Jerk Fest. I'm here. I'm there. Let me talk. Because they're going unopposed, let me teach y'all a little trick that I learned a little bit. Just because a counselor is unopposed, there's a way that you guys can still make a statement. Blank the vote. You can vote for everything else under there. Keep that vote blank. What it does is they shows them that although they're unopposed, you still don't want them to be there. And I know that a lot of photo ops, and y'all see these counselors and stuff in your neighborhoods and at your events, and you get all starstruck because, oh my God, my city councilor came. To hell with them. They are no better than just me and you sitting here. They've been appointed. You guys elected them to work for you. You elected them to do their damn job. And if they're not doing their job, we got a couple of extra trash cans on Blue Hill Ave, that's still not enough. But that's not the job, and we got to be very intentional about what they are doing for the actual communities in which they are representing.
Have any of them made a statement about what happened on Friday?
Yes, on Twitter they did.
Oh, on Twitter. Okay.
On Twitter.
Oh, nice.
You know they got to make a quick statement so they can look like they know what's going on.
Whatever they can take a picture
As they wrote the Twitter, as they wrote that Twitter statement, and then right after that, they jumped on a truck, or they put their sign back up and took a few more pictures with some babies shaking hands with somebody else. I think it's crazy.
Put your dungarees in your polo shirt.
Because for my band, this is a band leader. Because for my band, I kept everyone in the front of the truck and all the outsiders behind because my people were getting sucked in and fighting to be with their own truck. Yeah. They paid money to be behind. The only plus I could say is the people who were at Juve weren't all unruly and did actually act with respect. Because when we first touched road, it wasn't at 7 a.m. yet, and Fight with Boys were about to be break out right when our band was coming up Talbot and had to run and find. That's what I'm talking. It's not fair.
I want to pause and give a shout out to Abby, who was a young band leader, because there was an article that came out with an interview with the CACAB that came out on Friday, I believe. And in there, there was a lot of untruths that we all know. If you know anything, we all know that there was a lot of untruths in there. And one of the things that they said is there's no young people who are stepping up and trying to be band leaders. And I know that Abby has stepped up and has been trying to form her band.
Abby's like 9 months pregnant.
And has been doing it.
And
so shout out
she has
to
been
you, Abby,
sitting here busting her ass with her band to make sure that it looked nice, that she had all kind of fundraisers and all kinds of stuff. Again, these people are putting a lot of money into this. only for their ish to get shot up, and it's not fair and it's not right. You shouldn't have to put your band before the truck to get them out. They shouldn't be on the road. Get them off the road. And the police need to do their damn job.
Exactly.
Get them off the road.
Exactly.
I don't know. I'm hot. But anyways, for the other events, the other events that went down, it was a really good weekend. Shout out to the promoters. Shout out to the young DJs. Let me get a shout out real quick to that Malik ST. That Malik ST, that's a superstar right there. That little Soca Lion, that Soca Lion played the hell out of that Zouave truck, okay? That little boy played the songs, played the tune like he was 80 years old. He was playing music from before his time. Big shout out to them. Big shout out to the rest, My Focus, Dutch, all of them. I want a special message to you guys. You guys literally hold this culture in your hands as the DJs and as the facilitators of the music on the road. You guys see the influence when we talked about this, whatever. When you guys say go over there, they go over there. When you guys say get in the back, they get in the back. They will dance to what you play. Because you know the culture and because you are part of this culture, you have to gatekeep how we do this. You guys play the music, even if they don't like it, who cares? They don't know nothing about this. They don't know what's going on. If they don't want to listen to soca, if they don't want to hear band, drums and pan and all kind of stuff, who cares? Y'all play road marches. Y'all play whatever y'all can to make sure that this is right. And to you older DJs who might be prohibiting them or stopping them from doing what they need to do, either you learn how to mentor them or you step the hell aside. It is not fair. Y'all are old. Move to the side. Teach them what to play. Help them to be better, but don't criticize them. Teach them. This is the only way they could do. If y'all gotta have DJ meetings before and line up your music, I don't know what needs to happen, but I'm pissed off. I'm pissed off because we work too hard in this community to have things end the way that they are ending, and it's not right to y'all.
Absolutely.
It's not right.
Absolutely.
You guys will call us up 617-272-330. Okay.
Obviously, you know the number.
Caller, you're live.
Another thing, I'm sorry, Sauce. A lot of these DJs that was then have to realize what was then is not now. It's time to change towards society and adjust. It's time to really pass the torch. It's sad that they try to hold on to things that once they pass, it's no longer be held on to. So it's time to pass the torch and show these young people different opportunities. Maybe if they show them different opportunities, more opportunities be available for people to be interested in what they're doing. But don't get away from our culture in the same retrospect.
I agree. There needs to be again, what he said, a passing of the torch. There needs to be mentorship when you are passing that torch. The same fight that the younger DJs are fighting for is the same fight that us a little bit older than y'all, because a lot of y'all are 30s and 31s and stuff like that. We are not the old people that y'all gotta fight against. We just want things to happen good for you guys, and I don't know if that can happen if y'all keep fighting us down. Who's trying to help y'all? Caller, you're live.
Yeah, as what the previous caller just said, as you know, these older DJs are more mentors now. These young DJs, they got to learn to take criticism. That's the main thing they got to learn. Rock sources, no. When you're out there playing in a club and playing on the road, it's two different entities. You cannot be coming out here thinking you're playing trap music down in downtown, but in one of the clubs down in downtown, and you got kids out here, you got moms with their kids out here. The music got to be clean. The music got to be entertaining. I'm not saying you can't play reggae. I have no problem with it. I'm not saying you can't play that. But keep everything clean and orderly. Everybody's looking for the hype when they're on these big trucks.
Yeah.
You
know, me as a DJ,
Yeah.
I agree. I think, I feel like there's a certain formula for when you play on the road. There are certain songs for you to play on the road. I think that a lot of the music that was being played, especially during Juve, really doesn't need to be played. Juve's a more chip-in, more slow type of a pace thing. You know what I mean? Then you have, of course, you have your jub too, but Yeah,
Right.
I hear what you're saying,
And-
but
and
they,
even
like you
the
said, they
job-
have to. We have to be mentors, and they got to be able to take critique and criticism.
Because the job, even with the job, as rough as it is, we know how to handle jobs.
Right.
We know how to handle a burning flames rhythm.
Right.
We know how to handle the band back in the day, jam band rhythm.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We know how to control
Nah,
them.
these kids want to come out. They want to hear the zest, man. They want to hear
They want to hear the test, but no, it's not the club.
No, exactly.
Right.
Somebody said it. The same video that we watched today. We got one day.
Yeah.
We got one day to celebrate this. Yeah.
We got a couple hours.
Yes, exactly.
Exactly.
Thank you, but thank you. We got a couple of hours to focus and be intentional. We do not have to give them everything. There are several parties, both before and after Carnival. There are several clubs. If y'all want to hear something other than what should be heard, go to a party. We have a couple of hours to really represent this culture. Ain't nobody gonna die if you don't hear Yahweh. What is it?
Shayo.
Yahweh. Yahweh. Amen.
Hallelujah.
That nobody's gonna get hurt if y'all focus on the culture for a couple of hours.
Right.
You're going up the street from about 7 to 10. Nobody's gonna be mad about it. If y'all want to play jump, go ahead and play jump at least. You know, like just I don't know.
We gotta do better. We gotta do better. Just in other horrible.
And we have
news.
this conversation every year.
Every year.
Every year. We've been on this, doing this morning show.
Not that bad.
Not that bad. Not that. We ain't never had
this. I'm like, we had a mass shooting in Massachusetts. It's crazy.
At Carnival.
Let me take this time to let y'all know. Going down this Sunday, Spark the Block. Sunday, September 3rd. Going down inside.
Y'all gonna throw gunshots?
Hey, we ain't talking about that. 65 Northern Ave. Y'all grab y'all tickets. Spark the Block 2023.eventbrite.com. Trina the baddest, the Diamond Princess from Miami. She's gonna be inside the building alongside Afrobeat, Mr. Joanna.
Yes.
Oompa. Who else is gonna be out there?
We got Sean John, Raga Fresh, Trailer.
Yes.
Gonna be
First
crazy,
of all,
son.
that song got us through a lot of things today.
I know.
Trailer
I
Lord.
was like, and I was like, wait, this the song. Oh my gosh. That yeah.
People, there will be heavy security.
Heavy
security.
Heavy.
I had to come out a little pocket change some more to get more heavy security. So leave your guns and your gun tunes at home. Leave your knives at home. It's a nice
Bring
affair.
your queen and leave your machine.
Yes, bring your queen and leave your
I
machine.
I like that.
Also, put on a little shoe and a little outfit. Put on your Sunday's best because it's on Sunday. Because we're going to have a good time.
Flat shoes.
As you guys know, Elephant Man has been postponed. That's another thing that kind of got swept in there on purpose because I was trying to. Elephant Man. Elephant Man got postponed. We have substituted him with Afrobeat. Joanna. Joanna. Hallelujah. That one. That's a hallelujah.
She's just
Oh, yeah, we got the video here from this.
This is Mr. Afrobeats right now, letting you guys
Afrobeat.
know. Afrobeat, letting you guys know. You know, last year we had John Afrobeat.
I
See
like
what we
him.
did
That's
there?
my friend.
Yeah, you see that? John Afrobeat. Now we have regular Afrobeat. Yes, sir. Here is Afrobeat with a special message for you guys.
Yo, people, spark the block. We're about to spark the block. Boston Seaport. 3rd of September is going down. Catch Mr. Africa, Mr. Afrobeat there, Mr. Joanna there, Mr. Fine Wine and Hennessy there, Mr. Casamigos there, Mr. Kondo there. It's going down. London to Boston. It's going to be mad. Pull up. Boop.
We pulling up because I'm going to
Yo,
find me an African husband.
Is he married?
No, I don't think he's
I
married.
just want an African wedding.
He's from London.
I
from
know.
the Ivory Coast.
I'm going there.
Yes.
I should have went to. Well, I shouldn't because I had a great time at Boston Carnival. I'm gonna find myself in Notting Hill at some point.
Me too.
Find me a
too.
man with a
that says
English
I mean, foo.
Other stories
Fruit.
we're probably
Go
not,
fruit.
not gonna get into too much, but there was a man arrested for stabbing person with screwdriver in Roxbury.
No. City Councilor Tanya Fernandez Anderson was reportedly robbed on Mass and Cass.
So at what?
Maybe we should touch on that one.
Yeah, let's talk about that.
She was doing a walkthrough on Mass and Cass and was reportedly robbed. And I don't feel good about that.
City Councilor Tanya Fernandez Henderson was reportedly robbed during a walkthrough of the city's troubled Mass and Cass area Saturday evening, according to multiple sources. At about 7:43 p.m., a redacted Boston police report reads, an unnamed victim approached a police officer on Southampton Street and reported that an unknown white male stole her phone. 3 sources confirmed to the Herald that Fernandez Anderson was the victim whose name was redacted in the police report. The Mass and Cass area, known for homeless encampments, increasingly rampant drug activity, is largely concentrated around Southampton and Atkinson Street. Fernandez Anderson reportedly did a walkthrough of the area, comes in the wake of an updated city plan to address issues in the area. The phone was snatched from the councilor's hands while she was taking pictures around 1112 Southampton Street.
The officer observed a white male wearing a red t-shirt and black pants running into a crowd on Atkinson Street. The suspect made good his escape. Officers conducted a search for the suspect.
How were they supposed to find him?
I don't know. Officers conducted a search for the suspect.
They didn't find the suspect because how they supposed to find them?
Exactly. Because that's the uniform down there, ain't it? Red t-shirt and black pants. Everybody got that on.
Exactly, and he probably went into one of the tents. I also don't understand K she was doing down there. I love me some Tanya, but what is it? Was you down there by yourself for?
Yeah.
That's not a safe space.
It's not.
It's not.
It's not.
I mean, we've got to.
Why was she down there?
She was doing a walkthrough. I don't understand why.
No, I don't. I mean,
all right.
On Saturday afternoon, I thought I saw a whole bunch of her signs and her.
She was there.
So, yeah.
She was in the parade.
Oh, okay.
We got to go to a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back in a few moments. Keep it locked right here, sparkfmonline.com.
You're listening to Saucy and Friends in the morning with Miss Hot Sauce, Miss Tony, and Rockstone Triz. Turn it on.
Turn it up.
This is SparkFMOnline.com.
Did you know that you can now get a standard Massachusetts driver's license regardless of your immigration status? To get help with your application, a list of all required documents, and nearby appointment scheduling, visit mass.gov/WFMA. Your license is your way forward, so why not get started today? Register now at mass.gov/WFMA or call 857-368-WFMA.
SparkFMOnline.com presents the 2nd annual Culture Festival. Spark the Block, Sunday, September 3rd. Fusing cultures, energy, music, fun, and vibes. Live on stage, the baddest bitch of Miami, Trina, with hits like Pull Over. Trina.
Jump in the places I've been.
Afrobeat with hit singles Joanna.
Joanna, your busy body, busy tonight.
Fine Wine and Hennessy.
One by one, you be my fine wine and Hennessy. Oh my.
Uber Out Loud.
You tell me that a thing too much.
And Raga Fresh and Sean John Music with this collaboration, Trailer Load. Hosted by Evolution Specialist. Pair. Music by DJ Live. DJ Stick. My Outlaw. Vital Rip. 3 to 9 p.m. Boston Seaport. 65 Northern Ave. This is a 21+ event. For more info, check out SparkFMOnline.com/Spark the Block.
You can get your tickets now at SparkTheBlock2023.eventbrite.com.
Sunday, September 3rd.
Attention Boston, a new career fair is coming to town to position you for success. The Be the Light Tour is a free job skill event taking place Saturday, September 9th from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. at the Boston Seaport. This isn't your average career fair. Come as you are for free professional headshots and free workshops on interview skills and resume writing. Meet local employers and recruiters and enjoy free food and on-site childcare. Plus Chromebooks and gift cards are given away each hour. Register today at insightglobal.com/Be the Light Tour.
JP Morgan Chase is making a global commitment to break down barriers to drive inclusive economic growth all over the world. We believe there is a pressing need to help more people move up the economic ladder. That is why we are investing in communities and people to create an economy that works for all, because no community should be left behind. Right here in Boston, we're focusing that work in Dorchester, Roxbury, and Mattapan, among other neighborhoods, on improving financial health. These efforts aim to address the key drivers of the racial wealth divide head-on. We're here to empower individuals, families, and small businesses by connecting them to the tools that build generational wealth and a long-lasting legacy. Chase is investing in Boston. Chase is investing in you. Visit us at the Mattapan branch at 1617 Blue Hill Avenue, where the team is waiting to help.
Attention, gentlemen. Are you looking for a suit that will make you look sharp and feel confident? Look no further than Allen's Formal Wear, a Boston legacy business. Our expert staff will help you find the perfect suit for any occasion. With a wide selection of colors, styles, and sizes, we have something for everyone. And the best part, our affordable prices won't break the bank. So why settle for a mediocre suit when you can stand out in Allen's Formal Wear? Visit us today at 594 Blue Hill Ave, Dorchester, or allensformalwear.com to book an appointment. Visit us today at 594 Blue Hill Ave, Dorchester, or Allens, ALLANS, formalwear.com to book an appointment. Allen's Formal Wear. We are dressing you for success.
The all-new Spark FM. Spark FM.
Come on.
Spark FM.
Y'all, chicken man be ballin'. These chicks pigeon toed. Some of them be crawling.
Spark FM.
Oh gosh, it's me again.
New England's #1 urban Caribbean music. Radio. Spark FM.
Want to give your baby a head start? Get the best protection against flu and COVID-19. Because their immune system isn't fully developed at birth, babies need additional protection. When you get vaccinated while pregnant, it can keep you and your baby from getting sick. As they get older, this can result in more time in school and daycare for them, and more productive time at work for you. Vaccines are safe and effective for children as they grow. No matter where you are on your pregnancy journey, flu and COVID vaccines can boost your and your baby's natural defenses and protect your family. Stay up to date with your vaccines. Stay healthy. Talk with your trusted healthcare provider today. Brought to you by the Boston Public Health.
Music. Spark FM Online, #1 for urban and Caribbean music. We got to move on into some more interesting news. Miss Tony, what you got for us?
Well, big national news. 3 dead in a racially motivated shooting at a Florida store, officials say.
Ain't this crazy?
This happened in Jacksonville, Florida. The shooting occurred at a Dollar General store near Edward Waters University in Jacksonville. The gunman also died. I think that was a self-inflicted gun wound.
Yeah,
a white gunman wearing a tactical vest barged into a Dollar General store in Jacksonville, Florida on Saturday and fatally shot 3 black people in an attack that authorities said they were investigating as a hate crime. The gunman died after shooting himself, Sheriff T.K. Waters of Jacksonville said at a news conference on Saturday. Yeah, this shooting was racially motivated and he hated black people. On Sunday, Sheriff Waters identified the victims as Angela Michelle Carr, who's 52, Anult Joseph Leguer Jr., 29, and Gerald Deshaun Gallion, 19. He identified the gunman as Ryan Christopher Palmetter, a 21-year-old from neighboring Clay County.
A 21-year-old coward.
He shot the lady in her car outside of the store and then went inside and shot the other 2. He was armed with an AR-15 style rifle and a Glock handgun, both of which he purchased legally in Florida.
They said when I was digging deeper into this story, there was no red flags to stop him from buying those illegal guns. Mm-hmm. I feel like the first red flag is, why do you need an AR-15? Why do you need an AR-15? For what?
Right.
What do you need that one in particular for?
I don't understand why they allow that to be a gun that that regular people purchase. When will you ever need that?
Yeah, like in what case other than mass shootings? Because that's all we've heard about these guns.
Absolutely.
Is mass shootings with these AR-15. So I am tired.
Yeah. The authorities said that the gunman left his parents' house in the neighboring Clay County at around 11:30 a.m. on Saturday and headed towards Jacksonville. The gunman began his rampage at around 1:08 p.m. by shooting 11 times into a car parked outside the Dollar General. He then killed a second person inside the store before chasing some customers out. It is unclear why. And then returning to shoot at a woman he did not injure. He later killed a third person inside the store.
Here goes the clip.
Entered a Dollar Tree in the Newtown area of Jacksonville, outfitted with a tactical vest, armed with an AR-style rifle, and a handgun. Then the shooter killed 3 people before turning the gun on himself, taking his own life. Other than the 3 individuals killed and the shooter himself, there are no additional people who suffered gunshot wounds. We are not identifying the deceased victims at this time, but I can tell you that there are 2 male victims and 1 female victim. All of the deceased victims are black. Multiple units from the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office responded to this active shooter scene, as did members of Jacksonville Fire Rescue, our mayor, and city leaders. We are still in the very early stages of this investigation, so there's a lot of information that we don't know at this time. I will share with you the information that I have been able to verify. The shooter was believed to have resided in Clay County with his parents. He was involved in a 2016 domestic call in Clay County with no arrest. In 2017, he did have a Baker Act. We know that at 11:39 a.m. today, Sheriff Cook gave us information that he left Clay County, headed to Jacksonville. At 1:18 p.m., he texted his father and told his father to check his computer. At 1:53 p.m., the shooter's family members called the Clay County Sheriff's Office. By that time, he had already began shooting in Jacksonville. The Clay County Sheriff's Office, who has been assisting our agency with this investigation, received information after the shooting that the shooter had authored several manifestos, one to his parents, one to the media, and one to federal agents. Portions of these manifestos detailed the shooter's disgusting ideology of hate. Plainly put, this shooting was racially motivated, and he hated black people. He wanted to kill. That's the one and only time I'll use that word.
Yep.
I want to be very clear that there is absolutely no evidence that the shooter is part of any large group. We know that he acted completely alone. If you take a look at the images on the screen, you'll be able to see what he utilized. The weapons that the shooter used today are a Glock and an AR-15 style rifle. This is a dark day in Jacksonville's history. Any loss of life is tragic. But the hate that motivated the shooter's killing spree adds an additional layer of heartbreak.
The AR-15 that he was using was marked with swastikas, and it had other racial statements written all over it.
Because he was influenced by the other jerks that have done this in the past.
So
that last one that played the video game with the people while streaming live on Twitch, he did the same thing as well. Like he had all kinds of manifestos written on the guns. Again, anybody, to be honest with you, any white person that wants to go out and buy an AR-15, I would question.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to sound prejudiced or anything like that, but you've got to question those kind of things. For what is it that you need an AR-15 for? Like, what are you going to do with it? You going hunting?
Right. I don't understand.
You going to the war? Because what do you need it for?
I don't think that anybody anywhere should be able to purchase an AR-15.
I agree with that. Nobody should have to.
Nobody. I mean, when you applied for your license to carry, didn't they ask you like what you needed it for, why you needed it, and then so why don't they? Because
it's something simple like, oh, I'm a business owner and I'm a single black mother with whatever things like that. There's buzzwords. There's like one. You can Google like what should I put for this section, and they'll give you a little good sentence to write. They don't really do a lot. When you go in for it, they take your fingerprints. If nothing comes out, then you get your license in the mail a couple of days after.
So can you purchase an AR-15?
I can.
Oh no.
I absolutely can. I can go in there right now and I can say, hey, I would like an AR-15. If I went in the store to buy AR-15, they should red flag me, because for what am I buying that for? What am I gonna walk around it to protect me? Am I taking money to the bank?
Look what I was about to Google. How much is an AR-15? You're not gonna Google that.
Don't go there.
I'm not gonna Google that because you never know. You never know. Anyhow, more news. Biden policy allowing migrants from 4 countries into the U.S. is praised and criticized at a Texas trial. During a trial Thursday on the fate of the immigration program focused on people from Central America and the Caribbean, lawyers for Texas and 20 other Republican-leaning states suing to stop it accused the federal initiative of being outside the law. But an American sponsoring one of the migrants, a 34-year-old from Nicaragua named Oldries, and who's now in U.S. thanks to the program, praised its economic benefits and credited it for letting him reciprocate kindness to someone in need. We really see this as an opportunity to welcome Oldries into our family in a time of need for him. So basically, Texas doesn't want any more immigrants coming into the country.
Texas been about that. Texas been like, nope, we don't want them. Send them to Massachusetts.
Right, exactly. Put them on a plane, send them to Massachusetts.
Send them to Martha's Vineyard so they can have a nice little vacation because we don't want them.
Oh, Lord. So under the humanitarian parole program, up to 30,000 people are being allowed each month to enter the U.S. from Cuba, Haiti, Nicaragua, and Venezuela.
Oh, those are the exact ones he do not want here.
Those are the ones that he do
not want them here.
Bare electrical wire and leaning poles are on Maui were possible causes of the deadly fires. That's so scary.
What is it?
Bare electrical wires and leaning electrical poles holding those wires.
I thought the city got to pay attention to them kind of things, no?
This is what, I mean, I don't know. In the first moments of the Maui fires, the then high winds brought down power poles, slapping electrified wires to the dry grass below. And there was a reason the flames erupted all at once. Neat rows. Those wires were bare, uninsulated metal that could spark on contact. Videos and images analyzed by the Associated Press confirmed those wires were among miles of line that Hawaiian Electric Company left naked to the weather and often thick foliage, despite a recent push by utilities and other wildfire and hurricane-prone areas to cover those up. That's just so crazy. I thought there was routine maintenance that had to be done on these things.
And then if somebody complained about it, you still don't fix it, and then this happens?
I mean, we see all the time the people on the cherry pickers here going up to fix the wires all the time. It's shutting down things. Itasca Street been closed for I don't know how long. Can't get down Itasca. Gotta go all the way around. Drive through the carretera to get to where I'm going.
The carretera?
Yeah.
Speaking of, pause for the cause. How is the Dominicans and the Puerto Ricans allowed to congregate everywhere all the time?
All the time.
All the time.
All the time.
But they ain't allowed
to. I don't know.
You just can't control
Yesterday,
it.
okay, so it was Scoop's Cool. We didn't even get Scoop's Cool Effect. I'm sorry to go back into time.
No.
Scoop's Cool Effect yesterday had everything from the corner of the corner, the end of the drive, the parking lot, all the way to Washington Street, blocked off by the police.
Yes.
He had to go through hoops, hollering, and hazards in order to get that section blocked off and safe. Hazards. There was many police officers out there at all times.
Right.
It was a very safe party. I didn't know Unity's backyard was that big. We had a great time outside.
Yes.
Liming with we friends.
Yes.
Right next door to them now.
Yes.
Right next door to them was about 16,000 Dominicans and Puerto Ricans and all kinds of the Latino community.
Oh, the baseball field.
They had a bar. They had coolers.
They had a generator and their own speakers. We couldn't hear Scoop's party walking up because we parked down that end, down Torrey Street. We couldn't hear Scoop's party. All we heard was bump ding 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 ding. And we were like, where is Scoop? That's what they playing at Scoop's. So it was like a thing. And then right where the park ended, then it was Scoop. So it was like right there on that line is where.
Which is crazy to me. I know they're not allowed to, but like over there and then over there by Mass Ave.
Yeah.
In that field,
And
what is it? Clifford
Franklin
Park.
Park.
Clifford Park and Franklin Park. It be a gathering of at least 3,000.
Right. And I said, you know, they was mad because they was like, look at these coconuts bringing the heat to over here because we be over here all the time with no problems.
They definitely had a cool effect because there was a full bar. I'm not snitching.
When they was bringing in the big pots of corn soup, the big pot The pot that I can fit in of corn
First
soup.
of all, where did Lucky get that big ass pot? Does that have to be created?
Lucky made that pot.
Bro, that pot is literally the size of a small whale.
The Spanish people was bringing in their pots too. I saw it, and I was like, I might want some of this. I might want some of that. Sopa de caracol, so whatever that is over there. Damn, sancocho. I might want some of that.
That's the reason why Scoop couldn't have his school event, because they definitely had it for him.
I'm telling you. Last thing, Spirit Airlines is to pay up to $8.25 million in a class action suit over a gotcha scheme. Gotcha carry-on bags. The class includes first-time Spirit flyers who book their flights through Expedia, Travelocity, Cheap Tickets, and Book It between August of 2011 and May of 2017. You did not fly.
Well, first of all, who the hell buys a Spirit ticket from any of those third parties? Ain't it cheaper to buy off of Spirit.com?
It's cheaper to go to the counter at Spirit at the airport and get your ticket.
Oh.
That's the secret.
That's the secret.
Spirit Airlines has agreed to pay up to $8.25 million to settle a class action lawsuit by passengers who said the low-cost carrier blindsided them with surprise carry-on fees on tickets bought through third-party travel services. Lawyers for the passengers disclosed the deal in a motion late Wednesday in federal court in Brooklyn and asked a judge to approve it, saying it represents fair compromise. The class includes all of those places that I just said. Eligible travelers who seek refunds under the deal will get up to 75% of their fees back, though it could be lower depending on the total amount of refunds sought by all class members. The $8.25 million maximum payout will include attorney's fees, according to the motion.
Do Spirit got first class?
No, they just got big front seats. Literally, that's what it's called, the big front seat. I think you have to pay $39 more for that, but I heard that it's really worth it. But I also heard that there's a cheat code. You don't have to buy the big front seat. You just have to get seat 2A. Request that.
2A?
Yes.
And then what happens?
And then that's just a really comfortable seat is what I've heard.
Oh. But there's only one 2A.
Right.
We can't all request it.
Well, there it is. You got to get it in. You got to be quicker than that. And
that's funny. Carlos, it's not dry snitching. It is bringing awareness.
And that's my national news. That's all I've got. The entertainment news looks quite entertaining, I must say. There's a lot of different things in there.
Let's get into it.
Yeah, go ahead.
Simone Biles wins a record 8th U.S. gymnastics title.
Yes.
That girl is a monster.
What is she made of?
Sha'Carri, boy.
Yeah, man.
I know, because what is Sha'Carri?
Sha'Carri won the world the gold medal for the 400.
Yes.
That is started from the bottom. Now we here.
And did y'all see her when she won the line? Y'all see her? She did a little nail thing.
Mm-hmm. She said, I saw the world. I saw the world. What did she say? I saw the world. Something for me. I also saw the world turn on me. I always had me, and I always had God. And I said, "Ooh, quote him up, Drake." I see it. She dipped in a Drake bag.
Speaking of Drake was grabbed up around the throat by an aggressive fan.
This is the race. This is Sha'Carri's race. We're gonna play it for y'all right now, so y'all can see this Speedy Gonzalez. Y'all remember Speedy Gonzalez? Yeah. This is her hair at the end. Run, girl. Ooh. Run. Fast. Oh gosh.
Them legs did some things at them last couple of seconds, boy. Them legs.
And that had to be a photo finish, man. I tell you.
And they can't.
There's a meme that says, imagine Sha'Carri being your girlfriend and she snatch your phone and run.
Do you see her arms?
Yes. She's so cute. Go Sha'Carri.
Here you go.
Go on. Run, girl, run. You see Shelly Ann though. Shelly Ann is not letting up.
Shelly Ann is going.
Shelly Ann, gone Shelly. Gone Shelly Ann is the one with the two hair.
And I would have swore that was Sha'Carri.
She's Jamaican, huh?
Yeah.
She's very Jamaican.
Shelly
She's from Bacayard.
Yes, girl.
Yeah, good for her.
Yes. Uh-huh.
Black girl, man.
So good shout out for her. Shout out to Simone Biles she's the only athlete right now that has won a gold medal in all of the things that she's ever done.
Wow.
That girl is smart.
Yeah.
Wow. And she is smart, and
Like
courageous.
to have some kids with her.
Love and hip hop stars. Getting to the little trash mode. What is this one?
Drake was grabbed by the throat.
I feel Drake, he was walking. Him and 21 Savage was walking through the crowd, and the women's out there is out of control. Y'all women need to learn how to keep your goddamn hands to yourself.
I agree.
Because the same way y'all don't want men coming up and grabbing y'all by the throat and grabbing y'all by the crotch. Don't do it to them.
Well, I mean, oh no.
What do you mean?
Nothing.
What do you mean, Miss Tony?
Nothing.
Sheesh. Love and hip hop stars arrested after a brawl with security guards and police in Atlanta. They are in full taping swing.
Who's this?
This is Zell Swag, Erica Mena, and The Bam.
Carlos, he is it.
The Erica Mena and the Bam are still on this thing?
Yes.
Oh my gosh. And who is Zell Swag?
Zell Swag is dating Saucy Santana.
She on the show?
It's a he.
Oh.
Zell Swag is
Saucy Santana.
Zell Swag is the boyfriend to Saucy Santana.
Oh my God, Saucy Santana. Okay.
They've been going for a long time.
So they were they were arrested Friday night after a brawl with security guards at an Atlanta EW at a lounge in Atlanta. Erica Mena, Bambi, and Zell Swag were at Luca Lounge in Buckhead when Atlanta police responded to a call regarding a dispute on the property.
I got a question for everybody. And for the women's in particular, and for the moms in even more particular. At what age do you stop fighting each other?
This is what I'm talking about.
That's why I don't support none of these grown up shows.
Erica is the mother of 3, and Bambi is the mother of 2. Por qué are you fighting? Like, tell me who pissed you off enough that you wanted to fight them?
Ain't Erica Mena's oldest child mad grown too?
Yes.
You could almost be a grandmother. Go set your ass down.
And she got two baby children with a cornball. You continue to make these piss poor ass decisions, and I don't understand why you feel like people should have some sorriness for you.
Erica Mena's 35 years old.
She's
only
too
34. She's only 35. I feel like Erica Mena's at least 42.
Look, I got video of the footage. I got some footage
of the
Let's
fight.
see what the footage is.
Brawl, yeah. Yeah, but that's why I don't like none of these. What do you call these shows? What are they called?
Reality shows.
Yeah.
What is it called? What this kind of show is called?
Because it's not reality, man.
Honor and Glory said they're doing it for ratings. They definitely are. It's ridiculous. That's stupid.
Yeah. And then when you know, this is going to be on TV for the rest of y'all life. Y'all looking stupid. As big grown people. And in big clothes, supposed to be eating fancy food and then doing.
That's how I feel. Like if I'm on a reality show and I'm a celebrity now and everybody knows me, I just feel like I'm too grown in this emoji for me to be fighting.
Yep.
Because at this point, I am popular and I've got money.
Right.
I'm not fighting you for any ratings. Here is the fight here.
And they got Usher playing in the background.
Tell me what you want to do. It's 7 o'clock on the dot. I'm in my drop top.
They was fighting to a slow jam.
Can you believe it? Can you believe?
Play it one more time so I can sing it for them in the background. 7 o'clock. Clock on the dot. I'm in my drop top. I'm in the police car cruising to jail. I got a real pretty weave on the floor of the club tonight.
So who all's fighting now? Who's this?
This is Erica Mena and the Bambi. This is Lil Scrappy's baby mother and Safari's baby mother.
Oh, okay.
And Zell Swag is the partner of Saucy Santana.
Saucy Santana had a statement to say.
Saucy Santana shouldn't make any statement about anything.
About it. I don't know what to say.
Ratchet TV.
It's down there. The Shade Room has the statement from Saucy Santana about the fight. I don't know.
No.
He said he had got into it with security or the authorities. He was with his homegirls. I was out with him and his friends. Erica was very belligerent. I don't know. Maybe she probably got too drunk or whatever the case. She was real wild last night.
I mean, Erica Mena is always real wild last night.
Did you ever see that footage of what her oldest baby's father is from the Terror Squad, Fat Joe's Terror Squad?
Mm-hmm.
There's a video out there of she was arguing with him and all of a sudden she just lifts her leg up in the air and kicks him in the face.
Oh.
She lifted her leg in the entire air, kicked him in the
entire
face.
air.
There's a video of that.
I mean, this is what the children again are being influenced by. They're putting on their little sneakers and their freakum dresses, and they're going out and they're fighting each other and dragging each other's bare poon hands across country club floors.
Yes.
You know, if we can't make an example to these children of how to act in public, I'm not sure why we're questioning how they acting in public. They seeing they mamas being dragged in the parking lot.
Yeah.
They want to be dragged in the parking lot too.
Yeah. Yeah.
It won't be me though, cause I wear a wig. I can't have that come off, and y'all see what's underneath here is crazy. It look like a little burnt match.
What?
Maybe not a burnt match, but whatever.
What is the next story, you silly girl?
And very sad story. Bob Barker, longtime The Price is Right host, dies at the age of 99.
Okay, I thought he had been dead for a long time.
Though,
Me too.
He just made it almost to $1.
Shut up. I don't understand why I thought he was dead already.
Because the other guy died from that one. Jeopardy died. Jeopardy died. So you guys automatically thought it was Barb Barker. What is this that we're watching?
This is when Erica Mena kicks it.
Oh, I saw her foot go up. But yeah, Barb Barker, he was not dead. He just died
99 years
yesterday.
Old. Wow.
Yeah.
Sorry to hear that.
Me too. I wonder who they're gonna tap to replace him.
He's been replaced with Drew
Barrymore?
Drew Carey.
Really? On The Price is Right?
Yes.
Vanna White is still there?
No, that's Spin the Wheel.
Oh yes, you're right. You got that. That's
So this is a
Wheel of Fortune.
A random fact. If you ever get lost
Alex Trebek, yes.
Alex Trebek, he died.
Alex Trebek died.
That
Drew
was
Carey.
Jeopardy.
Drew Carey replaced Bob Barker in 2007.
Bob Barker's been gone for 16 years.
Mm-hmm.
Alex Trebek, which one is he? That's from Jeopardy.
Jeopardy.
And he died.
Yeah. He died. Pat Sajak is Wheel of Fortune, and I think he's sick.
He's still living.
Yeah, but he's sick, isn't he? Pat Sajak.
What'd he look like?
You know the little man with the little hair.
Oh, him.
Yeah.
He's sick. Is he still... How sick is he still? Is he sickly doing the show, or is he sickly not doing the show?
Precipitous drop in blood pressure.
And Punky Brewster replaced Jeopardy, right?
Punky Brewster? What?
No, not Punky Brewster. The one with the nose. Mayim Bialik.
Where's she from?
She's from
Third Rock.
Janet. She was on Third Rock from The Sun, but she Blossom. Yes.
Blossom.
Oh, so Pat Sajak is still doing the show. He's retiring later this year.
Yeah.
Yes. All right.
Iggy Azalea kicked off stage for wardrobe malfunction. What do we see? Little boobies?
A little teddy.
What happened? Iggy Azalea was revealed that she was booted off stage after the experience of wardrobe malfunction with her pants in the middle of a performance. A video started circulating around social media on Friday. Showing the Australian rapper getting down on her knees while performing her 2014 track Goddess. As she squatted down, her black pants began to tear, which forced her to have to sit down to keep her outfit in order. As she continued to perform.
That happened to me on Friday at Strike. The whole ass of my skirt busted out, and I continued to perform. She's a sucker.
You are a true professional. She can learn a thing or two.
The show gotta go on.
As she continued to perform, a female stagehand who appeared to be visibly upset threw her a towel and directed her to cover her left leg up as it was completely exposed. Saudi Arabia is known for having strict laws regarding indecent exposure.
Okay, very good, Iggy.
Yeah, kick her off. Saudi Arabia, please know to everyone on the show tonight, I love you, she said, and I'm so sorry I wasn't allowed to finish my show. It's not the promoter who put on the show's fault. People still booking Iggy Azalea.
You took the words out of my mouth. What is her song in the first place for people to still be booking her? And when did she have a last new song?
Nope, never heard of it.
That's the one. That's a white girl, right? Yeah, that's the one Nelly signed. I mean, T.I.
She got a nice mock boxy, and she looked nice in this liquid outfit.
Everybody always spoke about her body. She always had a nice body. Nice
She
butt.
got that. She got that made. That was made by the doctor.
Who's her baby daddy?
Tiger. It's not Tiger.
No. I don't know.
Amber Rose is
Playboy Cardi.
Yes, Playboy Cardi is
Is
it.
Iggy Azalea's baby daddy. They have a 2-year-old son named Onyx.
Yes, I remember that. And Keke Palmer, hello. Keke Palmer got her man back. Keke Palmer celebrates 30th birthday with ex Darius Jackson. Thank you for making it special. She also tattooed some date that they shared together under her booty or something like that. For her milestone birthday, which was August 26th, Palmer was treated to a special meal by her ex and the father of her child, Leotis. While out, Darius went live on Instagram, and a portion of the video captured by Pop Crave, Leotis' mom and dad were enjoying each other's company. Dee, thank you for taking me out on my birthday. As always, Palmer, who was dressed casually in her glasses and t-shirt, which she paired with a baseball cap, said, I know it's not always my birthday, but you always take me out. But I just thank you for making it special for my birthday. That's so sweet. And they shared a moment. And another
So they are broken up?
Probably not.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think that they should have broken up. I think that they got their lick backs on each other. He did what he did. She licked back.
Yeah, but then she did a whole video with Usher after.
It was a nice song.
Talking about if your boyfriend's looking for you,
he's right here with
him,
me. Yeah.
And I'm right next to you.
You know. I mean, yeah, I mean
that's how the song goes. And Keke played Usher in the video and was dancing like him and all that. So I just feel like she just kept on piling it on.
Maybe he said you could get a good one out because maybe she was it's postpartum, baby brain. After you just have a baby, you're a little crazy forever. So I think that's what happened, and they're gonna get back together, and they're gonna be in love, and we all gonna be just here.
Yeah.
Looking at them. And that's
I
fine.
want to be here by myself.
Yeah.
Why they in love?
In other news,
yes.
Diddy launches an investment fund with EYL.
Earn your leisure.
Yep, earn your leisure to
What's
kickstart
that?
financial strategies immediately, which will include a whole bunch of other things. Diddy says, "I'm thrilled to join forces with Earn Your Leisure. We're going beyond discussing finances and taking action to demystify the world and investing in our community." He also said any profits from this will go toward his 3 charter schools on the East Coast.
I think it's honorable when people do things like that. And that's something, again, sorry to bring it back, that for the carnival is that programming throughout the year needs to go all the way up until that weekend. And programming means things like holding classes, holding different events, hold different cultural celebrations so that we are not so pressed to go out in carnival and be on our very worst behavior. And I know that's something that we say in the community is, I'm on my worst behavior. For us, that doesn't mean shoot him up.
Right.
That means I might bend over and turn back, like those kind of things. That's what we mean by that. But throughout the year, there needs to be something that teaches these teens and these youth about what this day is actually, what we're bringing this celebration, this accumulation of all of the things that we did throughout the year to this last weekend in August. Other than that, I don't know what to say. Gianna put save Boston Carnival.
Yes. Save our culture, because it's gonna be fleeting, and that will be very, 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 very sad.
In the next couple of months and probably, not even months, the next couple of days and weeks, we'll see everybody with a lot of ideas. Like I was told today, shout out to Carlos, everybody can have an idea. It is everybody's right to have an idea. But when it comes down to putting the work in to make sure that these ideas are implemented, this is when we have to come together and literally make it happen. And if that is not your goal, then you're just talking for likes and hearts and whatever it is, and you're looking for a forward. This is not what we need. We don't need any more forwards. We need actual concrete help in this community in order to push it to where we want to push it, in order for this carnival to grow and to also be very, very safe. So with that said, people, gather around your ideas. In the next couple of weeks, you'll see some more information going out about how you can implement those ideas. Make sure that you're paying attention. Stop being afraid of politics. It's a very whack thing to say. Continue to live in your brilliance and be safe out there, people. Labor Day is coming up. Spark the Block is coming up. Wherever you end up, make sure that you are staying safe and you are keeping peace, safety, and love at the forefront of everything. Get your tickets, sparkfmonline.com/Spark the Block or sparktheblock.eventbrite.com. Get your tickets. And if you would like to be a vendor registration closes on Wednesday. After that, ain't nothing I could do. They coming at me. They coming at me from every direction.
And tune in, because we will be giving away tickets during this week.
Yes, sir.
So tune in to win your tickets so you can be out there sparking the block with us and having a really, really, really nice time down in the Seaport.
And with that said, we are sliding on up out of here. Y'all have a great day. We'll see you bright and early for tomorrow. It's Super Tuesdays. We are getting civically engaged with Carlos Enriquez, and we're going to learn all about voting. September 12th. It's your right. It's your duty. Let's go.
All right. Bye-bye.
You're listening to Saucy and Friends in the morning with Miss Hot Sauce, Miss Tony, and Rockstone Triz.
Turn it on. Turn it up.
This is SparkFMOnline.com.
SparkFMOnline.com presents the second annual Culture Festival. Spark the Block, Sunday, September 3rd. Fusing cultures, energy, music, fun, and vibes. Live on stage, the baddest bitch of Miami, Trina, with hits like Pull Over. Trina. SparkFMOnline.com presents the second annual Culture Festival. Spark the Block, Sunday, September 3rd. Fusing cultures, energy, music, fun, and vibes. Live on stage, the baddest bitch of Miami, Trina, with hits like Pull Over. Trina.
Done been the places I've been.
Afrobeat with hit singles Joanna.
Joanna, your busy body, busy tonight.
Fine Wine and Hennessy.
One by one, you be my fine wine and Hennessy. Oh my.
Uber Out Loud.
You tell me that a day too much.
And Raga Fresh and Sean John Music with this collaboration, Trailer Load. Hosted by Evolution Specialist, Ampere, music by DJ Live, DJ Sticks, My Outlaw, Vital Rhythm, 3 to 9 p.m. Boston Seaport, 65 Northern Ave. This is a 21+ event. For more info, check out SparkFMOnline.com/Spark the Block.
You can get your tickets now at SparkTheBlock2023.eventbrite.com.
Sunday, September 3rd.
Did you know that you can now get a standard Massachusetts driver's license regardless of your immigration status? To get help with your application, a list of all required documents, and nearby appointment scheduling, visit mass.gov/WFMA. Your license is your way forward, so why not get started today? Register now